Jock said that a big part of tonight was that you guys were constantly playing catch-up. What did you see that was kind of the biggest difference maker?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like in some of our coverages, we were playing catch-up a bit, and against this team, when you got 3 elite scorers from all angles of the floor, you got to do your work early, and you got to just be there on the catch. So I felt like a lot of times we chasing a bit. And that was just consistent throughout the whole game, us just playing from behind. And I think we definitely put our foot on the gas here in spurts and tried to make it a game, cut it to 3, cut it to 5 a couple times. But they made shots. They're talent players, special players. So when you got your whole 5 in double figures, it's tough to stop that.
Understanding that this team has a couple really talented scorers that kind of play a mid-range game that we don't see all the time. Do you feel that some of the defensive problems early in the game, first half, was them just hitting tough shots, or do you think it was a lot of miscommunications, maybe a couple busted things on your guys?
Yeah, just a couple busted coverages. When you look at it, their top 2 guys, were 12 for 31 for 35 points. You know what I'm saying? We could live with that. But it's Pat Williams. Made some shots, got some easy rolls to the rim. Ayo playing great this year, put pressure on the rim. Vooch came out. He's one of their guys, but he came out and they feature him, threw the ball to him in the post a lot. So they played together as a team tonight. I think we made a miss a couple times, but it wasn't consistent enough all game. You gotta give them credit, but we kept fighting and put ourselves in position to try to win a basketball game there late.
You guys had it down to 3, 5 a couple times, but you couldn't get to that hurdle to tie it or anything. Yeah. Do you look at any of that as energy exerted to get it to that 3 or 5 mark that maybe prevented you guys from tying it essentially?
I wouldn't blame it on energy. I felt like we've been in that position before and we was able to get over the hump. To be honest, I think our momentum got stopped a few of those times because we put on a free throw line right after that. You know what I'm saying? We might coming into the fourth quarter. I think Ayo got some free throws going to the rim. That cut our momentum a bit. So when the team can stop the clock and get at the free throw line, and we kind of surging back, that throws us off a bit. So you gotta give them credit. Once we swung back, they swung as well, and was able to withstand our runs and got a good win. I feel like we got some good shots there late too that we just didn't knock down. We got to the rim, but it was one of those games we just didn't finish.
Kevin, this is the first time you guys have lost in a month. If you think about it, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Boston, December 4th, exactly a month. During that time, what do you think you've said to the league about your team having a streak? Or it doesn't matter. What have you yourself? What have you said to yourself?
We understand how we want to play every night. I feel like the league is always on notice with the talent we have on our team. I don't think anybody takes us for granted when they're preparing for us each night. But I think for us, we found some things that were good for us on both ends of the floor, and we want to just be consistent with executing those things as we move forward. So it's good to have winning streaks, but we more concerned with how we plan and what we're doing to produce the wins. And I think we're walking in the right direction when it comes to that. We're building some solid habits, so we got to consistently do that every night, every possession. That's the game. That's the battle. That's what you're really going up against, is chasing perfection every time. So looking forward to the next game. Look forward to tomorrow and practice and film and see how we can get better.
Kevin, to follow up on that, you had said a few weeks ago during this stretch, you guys found your identity. You know who you are and who you want to be. As you look back on the month, why do you think the rhythm has been as consistent as it's been lately?
For the most part, we got guys in the lineup. We was able to get Joe, TJ back, Seth back in the fold, Ben, Kai. So us being healthy helps. And we communicating as a unit, everybody from the coaching staff to the players. We're trying to figure out the best way for us to play. So when we're watching film, we walking through stuff, we communicating throughout the game, that just helps and makes us more comfortable as time goes on. And guys individually working on their games when we get, practice time or we get some shoot-around time, guys are working on their games and coming in the games very confident in what they can do. So just got to keep building.